History begins in symbols. A sword on a wall, a boy caught between power and destiny. From the start, his fate was carved in stone. A warrior, eternal, with a sword as his birthright, and destiny dragging him forward like wild horses. The moment of his birth, Alexander was no ordinary child. His mother, Olympias,
has just begun.
mystic, fierce, and devoted, cradled him with songs that whispered of greatness.
Her skin,
But in her arms also lay mystery and
her
serpents.
tongue is fire.
To her, snakes were sacred, spirits of the gods. To Alexander, they were the first test of courage.
Take it. If you hesitate, she will strike.
Even as a child, he did not fear the unknown. He embraced it. This was no ordinary boy. This was Alexander. Long before the battlefield, long before the throne, Alexander learned to face what others feared. In the dark corners of his mother's chamber, he met the serpents. Olympias, his mother, visual. Thunder crashes. His father, King Philip, storms into the chamber, drunk and angry. He throws Olympias on the bed. But the divine often meets the brutal. King Philip, a proud, drunk with powers, saw nothing sacred in love.
No! Still your king!
King of what? No! She
And from beneath the very bed, a child's silence erupts. Alexander, witnessing the raw violence of kingship, begins to understand the cost of power. In that howl,
In my womb I carried my avenger.
young Alexander heard the pain of a woman and the fury of a mother who would raise a god. Years passed. Alexander was shaped by steel, his breath a rhythm of effort, his skin carved by dust and discipline. Leonidas, his stern mentor, taught him the art of war, not just in muscle but in mind. For a king must bleed before he commands. Every blow taken, every step endured,
Go on!
was a rehearsal for greatness. In the open air, under the gaze of gods, another teacher whispered to Alexander of a world's waiting beyond the horizon. Persia, a land of riches. Babylon, a cradle of civilization. The East was not a dream. It was a promise. While others listened, Alexander absorbed. He didn't just want to learn history. He wanted to shape it. Taught him the shape of the earth, not by compass, but by fire. He spoke of Persia, the empire of gold, gods and kings. Of Babylon, where the stars whispered prophecies.
Theseus, Jason, Achilles were victorious.
Of Egypt, where the dead ruled in silence, and the Nile fed an eternal people. From the mountains of Macedon to the edges of the known world, he said, great men carved their names into the land.
Men lie together, and knowledge and virtue are passed between them.
But only one shall reach its end and still be remembered. Alexander listened, not as a student, but as a seeker.
And lift us from our frog bond.
Then came the day of the stallion, Bucephalus, untamable, cursed, they said, a beast meant to break men. Bucephalus, a gift too wild for any king, or so they thought. King Philip tried and failed. The beast reared and roared, and as the
Buy
king
him
stepped
for me,
back,
father.
laughing bitterly,
I'll
the
ride
boy's
him.
voice cut through the dust. You? He scoffed.
The horse can't be ridden, lad. His mind is broken.
If you can tame him, he's yours. Behind his grin was doubt. Perhaps even the hope the boy might fail. Alexander saw what others missed. Where others saw madness, Alexander saw fear. The horse was afraid of its own shadow. Philip laughed. A boy tamed
I'll show you how to outwit him.
But curiosity has teeth. The horse was not mad. It was afraid. Afraid of its own shadow. He spoke not as a master, but as
You
an
and me
equal.
together.
And in return, the beast gave him its ear, then its trust. With calm hands and sharper mind, he read the creature's soul. He didn't conquer it, he understood it. And so boy and beast became one.
Bucephalus and Alexander. Come now.
Olympias rises from her seat in disbelief, her son riding the demon. And there he rode, boy and beast in harmony. Not even the king could contain his laughter. Philip laughed, his heart proud. Macedon has a king, he roared. But from the distant dais, Olympias watched in silence, a smile on her lips, yet sorrow in her eyes. She had shaped him, molded him, a prince with no saddle, galloping into legend. Philip embraced his son before the world. But in that embrace, Olympias saw her influence fading. For kings raise heirs, but mothers shape gods. In a hidden cave beneath the earth,
You remember Achilles?
King Philip revealed a secret world, a place where myth kissed memory. He showed Alexander the past. Achilles, the golden warrior. Troy, consumed by fire. The price of glory carved in stone.
No glory without suffering. And this you will not allow.
One day I'll be on walls like these.
Prometheus.
Here, power was not crowned. It was earned through blood and loss. The stories etched into Alexander's mind would one day become his own. He showed him Troy, burning with pride and shame, the price of victory etched into the bodies of the fallen. The boy saw not only heroes, but their cost. Innocents sacrificed, women enslaved.
But I'm king like you one day, father.
Don't rush the day, boy. You risk all.
Beware of women. Far more dangerous than men.
A king isn't born, Alexander. He's made by steel and by suffering. A king must know how to hurt those he loves.
The boy who would be king began to understand. Greatness is not given. It is taken and paid for.